Here's the surprising thing about the next iPhone. The iPhone 18 Pro might look almost identical to the previous model. No dramatic redesign, no futuristic full-screen front, and possibly the same dynamic island setup again. But at the same time, the hardware inside could be one of the biggest upgrades Apple has made in years. So depending on how you look at it, this latest leak brings both bad news and very exciting news. Before we jump in, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. It really helps me keep bringing you more tech breakdowns like this one. The rumor comes from well-known Weibo tipster Digital Chat Station, who claims Apple may not introduce under-display Face ID this year after all. Earlier leaks suggested that the iPhone 18 Pro might push toward a cleaner, almost full-screen design. But now the story seems different. According to the latest supply chain chatter, Apple could be reusing parts of the design from the iPhone 17 Pro. That means the familiar camera layout, the same dynamic island concept, and the same general look might carry over into the new generation. And for a lot of people, that might feel disappointing. Smartphone fans usually expect each new generation to bring something visually fresh, a new shape, a different camera layout, or at least a noticeable design tweak. But if these leaks are accurate, the Apple strategy for the iPhone 18 Pro won't be about changing how the phone looks. Instead, it's about dramatically improving what's happening inside. And that's where things start getting interesting. The biggest rumored upgrade is the A20 Pro chipset. This processor is reportedly being built using TSMC's advanced 2-nanometer manufacturing process. To put that in perspective, shrinking the manufacturing process allows more transistors to fit onto the chip. More transistors usually means better performance and improved power efficiency. In simple terms, the phone could be faster while using less battery. But that's not the only change. The A20 Pro might also introduce something called a wafer-level multi-chip module, or WMCM. This is a big shift in how smartphone processors are packaged. Instead of having separate components spread across the motherboard, this technology allows key parts like RAM, CPU, GPU, and the neural processing engine to be integrated much closer together directly at the wafer level. Why does that matter? Because tighter integration means faster communication between components. That could significantly improve tasks related to on-device AI, something Apple has been heavily focusing on with Apple Intelligence. So while the outside of the phone may look familiar, the inside could be optimized specifically for the next wave of AI features. Another rumored improvement is the battery. Leaks suggest the iPhone 18 Pro could include a battery exceeding 5,000 milliamp hours. Now, technically, Apple usually measures battery capacity in watt-hours rather than milliamp hours, so we may never see the official number confirmed. But if the rumor is accurate, it would be one of the largest batteries ever included in a Pro-level iPhone. Combine that with the efficiency gains from the 2-nanometer chip, and the result could be noticeably longer battery life. Then there's the camera. The leak also mentions a large aperture camera sensor. In photography terms, a wider aperture allows more light to enter the sensor. That typically results in better low-light performance, faster shutter speeds, and sharper images when lighting conditions aren't perfect. For users who take photos at night, indoors, or in challenging lighting environments, that could make a real difference. So when you step back and look at everything together, the iPhone 18 Pro might follow a familiar Apple pattern: minimal design change, but meaningful internal upgrades. And honestly, this approach isn't new. Apple has historically focused on refining its devices rather than reinventing them every year. Small design adjustments combined with steady improvements in performance, battery life, and camera capabilities have been the company's long-term strategy. Still, there's an interesting twist here. Some earlier rumors suggested Apple was planning to move Face ID sensors underneath the display. That would allow a cleaner screen with fewer visible cutouts. But if this latest leak is accurate, that upgrade may be delayed until the iPhone 19 Pro instead. So this year could essentially be the performance upgrade generation rather than the design upgrade generation. And that raises an interesting question. What actually matters more in a new phone? A completely new look or significantly better performance and battery life? For a lot of people, design changes are exciting because they're instantly visible. You pick up the phone and immediately notice the difference. But improvements in speed, AI processing, battery life, and camera performance often end up having a bigger impact on everyday use. If the iPhone 18 Pro really delivers major gains in those areas, it might still feel like a huge upgrade, even if it looks almost identical to the phone that came before it. So yes, the leak brings some disappointing news for anyone hoping for a dramatic redesign. But at the same time, the technology under the hood could quietly make this one of the most powerful iPhones ever built. And sometimes, the biggest upgrades are the ones you don't immediately see. What's your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments section. See you in the next video. Take care.